So I'm Yuraj Kadale from India. I am here as an Extras fellow, and today I will be sharing my work with you all. During my Extras fellowship journey, I have created a vision accessibility toolkit, and let's see what it is. So I will be giving brief of what VRC is. VRC stands for a virtual reality check. It refers to some set of guidelines which are defined by Meta to ensure that virtual reality applications meet certain standards and requirements for the performance of functionality and user experience. So there are these virtuality checks which are defined. So coming to the VRC accessibility feature 5, which I have worked on, it states that the application should enable people to edit their display settings, such as brightness and contrast, to enhance their visual needs and comfort. So this is the demonstration of the project which I have created. This is the Vision Accessibility Toolkit, and it has been implemented on the first hand project, which is open sourced by Meta. So as you can see, user is able to change its contrast as soon as the contrast slider is getting changed. In the real time, we are able to see the difference in the visual display of the application. One can observe here when we change the saturation and reduce it to the minimum value, we see it in the black and white space. This feature is very helpful for the developers to test it if their application is dependent on any color or not. Similarly, there are some other features like temperature, tint, and hue shift. So hue shift is one of my favorite as it enables the user to completely change the colors, and it is very helpful for the user who have some kind of color blindness. So moving forward, how this functionality will actually help the users. So how is it creating the difference? One can see here, this is how the user application was looking when there is the normal contrast settings. But as soon as the user is changing it and enhancing the contrast, the text are more visible. The UI has been improved. There is less eye strain, and it allows the user to customize their experience. Next, moving to the saturation feature, the huge difference it creates for the user who are having this achromatopsia. So this is the condition where someone is partially or have total absence of color vision. So people with complete achromatopsia cannot perceive any colors. They can see only black and white shades and some shades of gray. So setting the saturation value to minimum, it changes the complete user experience into black and white, which helps user to uh, get interaction completely with the application. So this feature can be also helpful for the developers to test their applications in the absence of color and actually verify whether the application is dependent on any sort of color or not. So as mentioned before, the hue shift feature. This feature helps the user to change the color and remove a particular color completely. So there are different types of color blindness: protanopia, deuteranopia, and retinopia. So protanopia stands for the color blindness in which the user have difficulty in seeing the red color. So by shifting the hue shift, one can see we have a red color here, and as soon as I shift the hue shift, the red color completely disappears. Similarly, deuteranopia is the one in which user has difficulty in perceiving the green colors, and tritanopia in which user cannot see blue colors. So this U-shape feature is very helpful for people with color blindness, and they can completely change their vision and get make that application more accessible. There are more to add-on features which I have added, like temperature and tint. So one can change the temperature and get it more interactive application and feel it like they are how they are feeling in the current world. So one can try out this demo uh, on their Oculus. So I have dropped a drive link on the chat box. The link has how one can download the source code and actually experience that on the Oculus. On the same link, you can give me feedback on the mail ID. I have posted that on the doc. So here are few of the testimonials which I have received from the users which have actually tried my application. So we have this Sangeeta. She said that I'm truly impressed with the great work done to enhance inclusivity for the visual impaired. Now we can all share the same experience, creating a more inclusive world. Looking forward to even more exciting developments in the future. Then we have Kavish Imran, who said the app is really cool and interesting for the first time users. Now, with the options to visual controls, the color seems more vibrant and comforting. The color panel to the select a desired color pattern is really helpful for someone like me with red green color blindness, as now I am able to distinguish between objects of this color, which was difficult earlier. Then we have the feedback from Suvarna Maji. She says that the option in the visual settings tab were pretty handy. By adjusting a few settings, I was able to custom enhance the view and my optical experience. Last but not the least, we have Hemant Nagasai who said that really amazed by the VR experience. Now, even more amazing is the UI settings available for adjusting saturation, contrast, and hue. They change the entire attire of the visuals. This kind of customizations could make the user experience more smooth and pleasant, and I really appreciate the amount of hard work went in creating it. So thank you for the feedback from all the users. In future, there are some future works which can be done to enhance this toolkit. One is the distance grabbing. Uh, how that means that in an application, if there is an object placed at a particular distance, a user with a low vision will have difficulty to see or perceive the object. So the user should have the capability to change the size of that object at any distance. And also, if the distance is so much large, the user should have an options to grab it from a distance and make it close to the user and actually analyze the object or perceive the object. So yeah, that's it. Thank you. That was all from my side. So I'm Yuraj Karale, an extras fellow from India. With this, I'm open for question and answers.
Good. Well, I will say, I just want to say that I love this project. To really want to emphasize that you have an easy way to implement this in your project from following all the step-by-step instructions that have been written here. So I think this is really a great place. And, you know, as shown here, the VRC item for implementing the accessibility checks, that's one of the things we were hoping with this work to assist Meta and Unity with, is a real step-by-step way to do it. So, I mean, I guess I'll just give you a quick question, Yuvraj. What did you find the most interesting part of like doing this work? Been working on this fellowship for multiple months. What was the most interesting experience for you?
Yeah. So the very best experience which I had was having this first experience on VR. So I was completely new to the virtual reality world and how the things work. So being from a completely new background and moving to a new space, it was very exciting. And uh, thanks to Thomas Equal Entry and XR Access for providing me the hardware and actually helping me to experience that how VR looks like, how the virtual world is, and what are the actual current limitations what users are facing, and how it can be more made more accessible. So solving a real-time problem was very exciting for me. And as soon as the XR OS fellowship was ongoing, the challenges which I was facing and the solution which I was getting on the way path, uh, like the journey was so good that as soon as we were moving close to the destination, it was feeling more excited. And as the outcome of the project was coming, and I was getting the feedback from the user, interacting with the user, getting the feedback what I have developed and how it is actually helping or not. That was very exciting for me. So I would like to thank everyone for giving me this opportunity, and also so much thanks for giving me a chance to present my work. Yeah, thanks a lot.
Great. Thanks you. And everyone, you know, you can follow up. There's an article on Equal Entry website with all the details of following these steps, and Yuvraj's contact information is available as well. And I think we're all excited to see what else can happen with this. There's one more question here. I will just ask you one more. With your future proposed work, are you considering how you can adapt the viewing experience for those requiring prescriptive lenses? So that currently requires an external add-on solution in some headsets. Maybe, I guess, for people wearing glasses or prescriptive lenses.
Yeah. So like this was in the field of VR. There are some other headsets available which helps the user to have the perspective lenses, and on top of that, the glasses can be worn. Uh, Alternatively, for the specific headset Oculus, in the future work, focal length can be added. So whatever perspective lenses the user is having, they have a particular focal length at what distance they can see. So developer can give an option to the user to change their focal length and adjust it as per their requirement. Once the focal length is changed, the user need not wear the glasses, and the VR itself will be able to display display it on the eyes retina clearly. So that can be done on the future work. And alternatively, if we move from virtual reality to mixed reality, the user cannot need not wear any perspective glasses, or sorry, I mean the user can wear the perspective glasses on top of their headset. So it will be both the glasses, and they can actually interact with the world. Yeah.
Great. All right. Well, thank you so much, and thank you for your excellent work. And I look forward to see what other developers build on top of it.